My ex-wife demands I bring her stepkids on all our family vacations because they get upset seeing photos. She has no idea why I actually take those trips. We split 5 years ago after 11 years together. I have my 2 kids, ages 11 and 9, every other weekend. She remarried a guy named Bryce about 2 years ago. He brought 2 kids from his previous marriage, so there's 4 children at her place now competing for space. It started 4 months ago. She texted asking if her stepkids could come on our beach trip. I said no. She called me petty and said I was creating a rift between the children. I told her that wasn't my responsibility. A month later, she asked again before our ski trip. Said her stepkids were devastated after seeing videos of my kids on the slopes. Told her to take them skiing herself. She said Bryce doesn't do cold weather. I hung up. Last month, she showed up at my door with both stepkids already in the car. Said she was dropping them off because we were all going to Disneyland together whether I agreed or not. I told her to leave. She screamed that I was destroying the kids' relationship with their step-siblings. Then she drove off. Here's what she doesn't realize. I don't take my kids on trips for fun. I take them for recovery. They come back from her house exhausted, anxious, and completely shut down. 3 months ago, my daughter finally told me why. When Bryce moved in, he converted the guest room into his home office. My kids lost their bedroom. Now they sleep in the unfinished basement on camping cots. Concrete floor, no heating vent, a single bulb hanging from an exposed wire. My son told me he wakes up shivering almost every night. Said Bryce told them sleeping down there builds character, and that his own kids deserve real bedrooms since they live there full time. My kids became guests in their mother's house. My daughter showed me her arms covered in red welts. Said there are spiders everywhere down there. She's terrified of them, but Bryce told her to stop being dramatic. My son said he found a mouse inside his sleeping bag last week and had to shake it out himself. Meanwhile, Bryce's kids each have their own room upstairs. New furniture, TVs mounted on the walls, gaming consoles. My kids hear them laughing and playing through the floor while they lie on cots in the dark trying to fall asleep. My ex posts family photos constantly. Perfect, happy, blended family. What the photos don't show is that my kids aren't allowed upstairs after 8 p.m. Bryce says they make too much noise and disturb his children's sleep schedule. My kids were terrified to tell their mother. They thought she'd pick Bryce over them, so they stayed silent and counted the hours until they could come back to me. Last week, my ex called again, demanding I take her stepkids on our camping trip. I told her fine, but only if she and Bryce joined us first. A whole family weekend at my property before we left. She agreed immediately. Probably thought she'd finally gotten her way. They pulled up Saturday morning looking smug. I walked everyone to the backyard where I'd set up 2 camping cots inside my tool shed. Concrete floor, no insulation, 1 extension cord running to a bare bulb. I looked at Bryce's kids and said this is where they'd be sleeping for the weekend. Bryce laughed nervously and asked if I was joking. I told him I was just using his system. My kids mentioned how much it builds character. My ex looked confused, asked what I meant by that. My daughter stepped forward and said this shed is actually nice.